Good evening, everyone. It's the weekend. Hope you're having a great time. And I just wanted to do part 3 in the mini series of Talk Like TED, and making sure that how you come across and you present is as best as it possibly can be for your marketing, for your business, for your personal life. We've talked about, the first one was around passion, having passion for what you do and how you come across and present. The second one was about telling stories in whatever you do. And now the third one today is all about communication and conversation. When you come across in your presentations in a certain manner, then you're going to resonate a lot more clearly and easily with your audience and your potential prospects. So I've got some notes in front of me and I'll read through those as we're going, but be relentless in your pursuit of conversing and communicating, because communication is king, communication is queen. How you come across really does matter to your relationships, your personal relationships and your business relationships also. I don't know who's on, I can't see, so drop me a comment or a message and just let me know that you're there. If you're on the hashtag replay, hey Shelley, good to see you. And if you're on the replay, drop me a hashtag replay. So communication, here we go. It's about the voice, it's about the inflection, it's about, the gestures like I'm doing now with my hands, trying to get the point across. And then it's about the body language also. So make sure that all of these are in sync with whatever's coming out of your mouth, and how you come across is really does matter. First thing I wanted to talk about, so from the book that I was listening to, it talks about a speaking sphere, and it talks about that your hands and your gestures shouldn't be really massively exaggerated. Your hands really shouldn't go above your head. Hey Gaurav, good to see you. Around your head, around just a little bit wider than your shoulders, and down to your tummy area. So when you're speaking, keep your hands in that kind of area, and with your body language, just make sure that you're not negative, you're not closed. I sit like this sometimes when I'm comfortable, but it can be perceived in the wrong manner. So particularly in business meetings or when you're conversing with certain people, just make sure that your body language says the right thing. So before putting out a presentation or a video or something that you're going to do, follow these 3 steps and it will really make a big difference to how good you get at presenting and how good you get at coming across and resonating with your audience. The first thing is, you want input into your planned presentation or your video. So ask people, like in my group, for example, every now and then I'll ask you guys what you want to see in there. The group's theme is traffic, leads and conversions, but we can veer off that. We can do other things. It's all about marketing, it's about sales, absolutely everything. So hey Henrietta, good to see you too. So get input into your plan, find out what people want, how they resonate with what you're doing, and fix a pain point for them and a challenge that they're having. And that's the best way to find out what your audience wants. Step 2 is all about early feedback. So ask for the feedback from people that are watching your presentations. And, I'd love your feedback on how I present, and if I'm going too quickly, if I'm going too slowly, if I'm just too manic, let me know. And so when you do something, just keep checking how you look on video. How I can see myself on the film now, and I've got the picture on myself while I'm recording this, and I can see that I'm gesticulating and I'm really excited to present. Sometimes when I'm in meetings, I can sit there nice and calmly, and my voice goes down like this, and I slow down. And so it just depends on the situation that you're in. So ask for feedback. How are your hands? How are your gestures? What's your body language look like? What are your mannerisms? Do you keep kind of flicking your nose or playing with your ear? Think about all of these kind of things, And the third step, I'm holding up 4 fingers there. The third step is rehearsing time and time again. In front of mirrors, talk to yourself, look at yourself and how you present, because this is exactly how you're going to come across to other people. Do a presentation to your friends or your family and ask for their honest feedback and find out what they say about how you come across. Anyone that will listen, just present to them. If you want to present to me sometime on a video call, I'm more than happy to listen. Okay, so let's rattle through these now. 3 power presentation principles. Now that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? So practice, passion and presence, the 3 P's. The first one is all about practice, sorry. And in the book, it talks about Steve Jobs over and over and over again, because the guy that wrote this book also wrote a specific book on Steve Jobs. And he said, if you go back to Steve's keynotes and his early videos, he was a really nervous person. And the way he presented, he, before one interview, had to ask where the bathroom was. So he went over to the bathroom to throw up because he was so nervous. So don't worry about being nervous. It doesn't come naturally to people to be on video, to present and to be interviewed. So just get used to it. It's the same as most things in life, isn't it? The more that you practice, the better that you get at it. So do 50 videos, record 50 videos before you decide, or 100 videos before you decide if you're good at presenting or not. So like I've just said, it doesn't come naturally. Okay, that's practice. Next, we're going to talk about passion. We talked about it in the first short video, but be memorable with your verbal delivery and how you come across. So you don't want to be monotonous. You don't want to be a really boring person to talk to, do you? We've got people that, hey, well, didn't know you were there. Good to see you, man. We've got people that we hang out with and they're a little bit boring. They're a little bit dull. And you just want to shake them and shake some life into them, don't you? But, don't be like this when you're presenting or when you're coming across to people. If you're in business, marketing, sales, if you want to resonate with people, you've got to come across in the best way. So, get better with practice. Have passion for what you do. It's about the rate. It's about the volume. It's about the pitch. It's about pauses as well. I'm here, I'm really excited about what I'm presenting, so I haven't paused for air very much. So you might think that this is a bit quick, it's a bit kind of over the top, but this is my way of presenting when I'm excited about things. So in the book, it recommends that your pace should be around 150 to 160 words per minute. I haven't actually recorded myself, so I don't know if I'm quicker than that. I would imagine that I'm probably quicker than that. Now, Tony Robbins, okay? Master presenter and motivator, how many words per minute do you think he speaks at? So for his TED presentation in, I think he said 2006, the guy in the book, it was basically 240 words per minute. Now, bear in mind, I've just recommended that we speak at around 150. That is so much quicker. But Tony's in the room, he pumps you up. Now, to put it into context, in the book, it suggests that an auctioneer at an auction speaks at 250 words per minute. So Tony is going almost as quick as an auctioneer when he comes across. So just think about the speed of what you're talking about and make sure that you can relate to people. If someone's there really slow and I'm watching a recording, I just speed it up. My video recorder can put it at 1.4 speed. So if someone's really slow, you guys know who Russell Brunson is. So, he speaks really, really quickly. So other people may have to slow him down. If English isn't your first language, people have to slow Russell Brunson down. They probably have to slow Tony Robbins down. Hopefully I'm going at the right pace, the right pitch, the right excitement, all of that good stuff. The volume, up and down. So don't be monotonous, no. So let's go at around the 150 to 170 pace. Next, your charisma, it comes out with your passion, doesn't it, as well? Like I've just mentioned, don't be monotone, be entertaining and exciting about the topic that you are conversing with and you're communicating to your audience. Be really passionate about what you're saying so that others believe you. Speak like you're having a conversation, like someone's in the room with you as well. Don't come across like you're reading a presentation. Just talk to people like they're there in the room with you and wait for pauses if there's something that you want them to kind of react to or listen to. So yeah, speak like you're having a conversation. Emphasis on certain words. Now, when I said about the three elements of the presentation, the passion, the presence, and whatever the third one was, I can't remember now, I'll go back to that. Yeah, practice. So I punched those words out. So for emphasis, punch out really important words. So if you get me talking about football, English, soccer, obviously, the passion comes out, and something might come up, and if I'm talking about a game that I've just watched, I'll say, oh my God, what a sensational goal that was. a great team effort. So I'm punching out sensational and the team effort. So think about how you can punch words out there as well. Yeah, punch out the three that I talked about the words. I can't get the words out now. The words at the start, power, presentations, principles, alliterating those words make it even more powerful also as well. So act out a story in your conversation too. I've just talked about football there because that's a big passion of mine in the UK. So act out the story. When you talk about heading the ball or something like that, or the goalie making a save, just think about how you can act out those with your gestures, with your body language. Appreciate your comments. Well, thank you so much. So acting out those stories. When you see directly, right, okay, so that comment I've just written is about when you see someone face to face directly presenting to you, it's way easier to know what they're saying, to understand it, if the message is congruent with their body language. If they're saying that they're super excited about something, then their body language, if they're like this, but they're saying that they're super excited about something, and their voice seriously is monotone like this, you're not going to believe them. But when I talked about football, my gestures started and I started articulating really passionately, didn't I? So this comes across and it's congruent with the message. So think about that, how when you can see someone face to face, you will understand the message way clearer, and you'll see the passion that's coming across, and it's congruent with the message when you can see someone face to face. So it's always better, I find, going into Messenger, going onto video, so you can have a really good conversation. If I'm reading texts, things get misconstrued, things get miscommunicated, and misunderstandings happen in text or sometimes in your message when you type out a long message, or in an email or in a post or whatever on your social media. It can get misinterpreted, or the effect doesn't come across as strongly as you want it to. Whereas on an audio also, you can hear better, but you still can't see. When we can see someone's gestures and their face and look them in the eye, you know that they've got passion about what they're talking about. So you resonate and you can connect a lot better. Or actually, it might mean that you close off because the message isn't the same. So there we go. The third thing I want to talk about quickly is presence, because this is absolutely key to presenting and how you come across when you meet someone face to face or when you're on video also. So your presence is how you come across with confidence and project like a leader. Hey Carlos, good to see you on. So project like a leader, making sure that you have presence. I've got some examples here. Colin Powell, amazing guy. And when he went into the room, he commanded the US Army, as you know, and did an amazing job. He was in politics also. And when he spoke, he came across because he got presence, and he was an astounding leader. So the next person is obviously Tony Robbins. You should all know exactly who Tony Robbins is, but he's a leader. He can unpick everything. Hey, Carl, good to see you too. He unpicks everything, Tony Robbins does. And he's so good at understanding what you're saying and then relating it back to you. So that's an amazing person also. He's a leader. He's got presence. In Germany, the president there, or is she prime minister? I don't know what their politics is, but I think she's president of Germany. Angela Merkel. I don't think she's the most charismatic of people, but she's got presence and she can dominate a room very easily. And for politics, that's exactly what you need also. So great leaders inspire and motivate. So be a leader, inspire with your presence. We all know people, don't we, that come into the room and really command the room, and you're super excited to hear them and listen to them, and they've got that wow factor. So make sure that you are that person with confidence and you can resonate and capture everyone's attention. So check out previous TED Talks for examples of good speakers and how they project and how they come across, and the way that they communicate and have all of their the audience captivated for long periods of time. And actually the TED Talks are pretty much only 18 minutes anyway, so I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible also. So The 3 principles again: practice, practice, practice. Do 50 videos if you're not comfortable on video. Get them on video and you can see for yourself how you sound. None of us like how we sound necessarily, but you can see how you sound, you can see how you look, you can see if your hair looks a mess or whatever and how you're projecting yourself. The second one was passion. We talked about passion in the first of the mini series, so go over that one again, but have passion for what you do, and it's got to be the message. It's got to be congruent with the message that you're putting across, the passion that you have. And then thirdly, make sure that you've got presence. When you're communicating with someone, have that presence. Make sure that you listen. You know, there's a saying I use all the time: we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So when we're conversing with someone in a dialogue, use them in that ratio. Listen twice as much as you're talking to really connect and hear what they're saying. So think about that when you're conversing with people. If you're talking too much, you're not clearly listening either. So they're the 3 things: practice, passion, and presence. You know, it's not only for presenting on a stage either, is it? It's also for your personal life, it's also for your relationships, and it's your communication style, how you are going to resonate with people. Passion is the key. You're right there, Carlos. And presence, Carl. Definitely. Okay, so master communication and you will really truly resonate with your audience and with your potential prospects. There's a lot of P's in this presentation, but make sure that you're resonating. Think about your communication and your styles, and make sure that you listen to this module again and again, just how to communicate, and go to TED or Google search top TED presentations, because I've just found a site that's got, well, it's TED actually, that's got the top 25 presentations. So go and check that out, and I'll catch up really soon with the next in this mini series on Talk Like TED. Hope you enjoyed. Drop me a hashtag replayer if you're on the replay, and for all those on the live, really appreciate you dialing in. Hope you got tons of value from this. Take care and catch up really soon.